do not release Warzone 2 in November. Want to make that very clear. I'm not saying do not release Warzone 2. I am saying do not release it in November. What's going on, guys? Dr. Dropout here. I hope you're doing well. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and also subscribe if you want to see more. But basically, at the start of this week, a rumor / a leak came out that basically revealed that Warzone 2 is potentially going to be coming out in November, in particular November 16th. For me, quite a trusting source is Charlie Intel, and basically it was an internal document that basically leaked that showed Warzone 2 had a launch date, which was November 16th. And obviously this is just a leak, it's a rumor, and it's not something we should place our bets on that it's definitely going to happen on this day. It could change, it could be that it's even pushed forward a bit more. Stuff like this is not set in stone, however, it is kind of a good hint towards the kind of time that we're looking at potentially maybe getting a Warzone 2. And for me, I do not like it being released in November of this year. I think it's a bad idea, and that's kind of what this video is opening the discussion to. Now, for me, I have two main reasons why I believe this is a bad decision. The first of those reasons is, why can't we just let a multiplayer game just breathe for once? Like in these last 3 years of Call of Duty, it's always been basically jump on the latest COD, play it so you can level up guns and just go straight on Warzone with those guns leveled up with the whatever attachment you want to put on it. What this has done for me is made me feel like all the actual Call of Duty games besides Warzone, it just makes them feel like a bit of a side piece or an asset to Warzone that you've actually got to pay for. It's almost like Warzone's the free game, but then the game itself is actually the DLC that's surrounding Warzone now. But that DLC is going to cost you 60 to 100 quid depending what kind of edition you get. The only time in the last 3 years where we've actually had that chance to kind of just enjoy multiplayer for a little bit was actually with Modern Warfare 2019. And that's before Warzone was actually out, and no one was really aware of Warzone happening. Sure, there were rumors that there was a Battle Royale coming, but it wasn't like a major thing people were focusing on because it wasn't there to play. And in that time frame, what you actually found was, sure, there are issues with Modern Warfare 2019, however, overall, from a gameplay standard, Modern Warfare 2019 is probably the best. It re-energized Call of Duty for a long, Call of Duty was in a very dark period from 2014 to 2020, or 2019, sorry, because obviously Modern Warfare 2019. The thing that I really found with Modern Warfare 2019 is the fact that I could jump on and play multiplayer on a Call of Duty and feel like I can actually engage with it and have a lot of fun playing it. So to get back to the point, why can't we just let this game just have some time to itself to breathe, where it doesn't really have much association with Warzone, and players can just play it as a Call of Duty game and just have fun with a multiplayer Call of Duty arcade style game. But this is the other side of that conversation. This isn't just, say, a Vanguard coming out that's just going to be another typical Call of Duty game. This is a Modern Warfare 2 titled game. There is already so much hype built up around Modern Warfare 2 as its own individual game that why do we need to add Warzone 2 on top of that just to try and capitalize on that hype of Modern Warfare 2 and take away players from actually just enjoying Modern Warfare 2 2022 for just being that and not just being this side piece and an extra addition to Warzone number 2. So that's reason number one. This game, Modern Warfare 2, could probably be the best Call of Duty in the past 10 years. So why are we just going to cut the ground from underneath it and just make it just be another thing that you can do to just level up some guns? So that is reason number one for me. However, reason number two is because this, I can honestly see, actually, before I even actually go into reason number two, let's go into the pros and then I'll come back to reason number two. But basically, I can completely understand why they would actually want to release Warzone 2, right? There is so much hype around Modern Warfare 2, capitalize on that. The kind of attention span of people at the moment is very just short term. And if you look at the kind of time frame they're releasing Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2, you're getting the campaign a week early from actual Modern Warfare 2. When Modern Warfare 2 does actually release, you've got about 3 weeks and then Warzone 2 will come out. And that is a big enough time frame to get those people who are coming back to see Modern Warfare 2, let them have a bit of fun on it, get them re-engaged with Call of Duty, and then reintroduce them to Warzone. I completely think that is a great idea in the sense of capitalizing on the hype and bringing it back. However, back to my reason why I think it is a bad idea to release this game this year in November is because short term it'll be great, but long term it's not going to be ideal. At least from what is being served in terms of rumors, there is no new Call of Duty next year. Apparently there could be a new free-to-play thing. Rumors have gone to the point of saying a free-to-play zombies title, which Could be true, it could not. They're rumors, you don't know. Just like this whole idea of when this game's actually being released. But if we go back to Modern Warfare 2019, that game's life cycle, it was perfect. Because every time there's that typical, I need to find it, but there's that typical Call of Duty life cycle diagram that basically shows the cycle of Call of Duty. You have all of us basically enjoy the game, have the honeymoon period, and it's really great and people like it. Then people start to notice things, they don't enjoy it as much, and then it kind of gets to that midpoint, the 6-month sort of period. Or at least actually you get Christmas noobs before that, and then there's another period, but that's kind of been a bit kind of tainted by skill-based matchmaking, but still. You get to the 6-month mark, and then that's when everything kind of goes downhill with the game. Now, when it came to Modern Warfare 2019, what happened at that point in time? In the halfway point of a Call of Duty life cycle, what happened? You had Warzone release, and it was a huge success, and it was a really good way to have had everyone kind of enjoy Modern Warfare 2019, but given enough time to enjoy the game and kind of get a bit tired of it, but then adding something later on into its life cycle to basically re-energize it at essentially a whole new game that's kind of an addition to Modern Warfare in the form of a battle royale that completely re-energize the community and making the game's life cycle go on a bit longer, because then people were going back into Modern Warfare, re-exploring the guns and weapons and the maps they hadn't tried out yet in order to do their best in Warzone. There was a nice balance for giving attention to both games for a player base, and my worry is if they are planning to release Warzone 2 in November this year, so short after a release of the new game, that we'll get to March next year in 2023 and it will just not really be as relevant, and the Modern Warfare 2 won't feel as fresh, there won't feel as much reason to play it. Obviously, I know you've got updates, but let's be real, they're not really the greatest thing. They'll like re-energize people in the first week back, but after that it kind of gets a bit stale quick. So the general point there is that it's shortening the life cycle of Modern Warfare 2, which is supposed to be this real grandiose game, which I'm still really excited about, and I still think will perform even with Warzone 2 coming out beside it. If anything, it should help elevate it more than anything, but at the end of the day, I don't think releasing Warzone 2 is the best idea right now. I think it should really be saved for March of next year. However, there are some actual pros. Again, I kind of already gone over the one of the fact that it's a really good way to capitalize on like this major hype for Modern Warfare 2, but it also does provide obviously something that's kind of a bit overdue at this point, is the fact that as much as I may not like to admit, because I can't find a PlayStation 5 at the moment, but it updates Warzone to the current gen consoles. Like, Warzone's still a good game, but it does need to kind of catch up with the hardware and get over the limitations that it does have on kind of PS4 and Xbox One generation, and kind of catch up to the PS5 and Xbox Series X. But another pro that will come out of it is like this will feel like a really good hard reset on Call of Duty and Warzone. I feel like there's now a major skill gap in Warzone, and Warzone feels very dead. It's not feeling like the same as it was. That's down to kind of Vanguard, that's down to how the game in general is being played. People don't like Caldera, the player base isn't as strong, and in all honesty, there is a reset button that needs to be pressed for Warzone so then people can enjoy it fully again. It means people get to find new metas, they get to figure out what guns are working best, they get to play a new game in Modern Warfare 2 and then transfer it over to Warzone 2. It's a good way to have a full reset and like basically get everyone back onto the same page, on the same level, and rebuild up from there. And maybe this is actually going to be the Warzone life cycle. We get 3 years of a Warzone game. That Warzone game basically takes us through the next 3 games that we get from each developer, so it can have a different map each game or whatever. And maybe that's it. Or maybe we can just, like, I'd prefer this, so we just get this Warzone and it just gets updates constantly throughout this whole generation of Call of Duty. But yeah, so there are definitely pros of this happening, but my overall feeling is I feel like it's a better long-term idea to just wait to release it in March, kind of how we did with the 2019 to 2020 era Call of Duty. I feel like that was honestly one of the best times in COD, and maybe I am saying that partly because of the escapism that it had because of everything that was going on in the real world, but like I do feel like there is a point in just waiting to release this game and just letting us enjoy having a proper like actual Call of Duty game. But that's just one player's thoughts. Let me know yours down in the comments below. I'm interested in what people actually think about this topic. And yeah, so anyway, again, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, if you've had some thoughts that brewed from it. That's great. Let me know again in the comments, and also subscribe to see more content from me. I've got a bunch of clips ready and like to edit, but I haven't got around to doing it yet, so expect to see a bunch of shorts popping up on the channel soon. But yeah, anyway, I've been Dr. Dropout, and take it easy, nerds.